So, hello everyone, good evening to all. Just confirm me once in the chat box, my voice is audible. Okay, sir, thank you for your response in the chat box. After a very long break, today we are going to start the GST comprehensive course day 16. Okay, so first of all, sorry for the long break. Okay, now onwards, no break will be there. Our class will be in a very much smooth way. Every day evening 7 to 8 p.m. we have a class. Okay, so now onwards our class will be very smooth, and also we'll try to schedule the session on Saturday for 2 hours. Okay, so that we can conclude the session on time, because I know very well that in near future audit season will also going to start, or the date is also very near, so we'll try to complete the things on time. Okay, so sir, in our last session, sir, first of all, how are you? You all are fine, you all are doing great? Because before starting anything, we just need to ask that, sir, you all are doing great. Okay, sir, thank you. Sir, in our last session, I hope you all remember the day 15th. Okay, the last session in which we have covered the concepts related to refund, section number 54, dil mange more. Okay, section 54, dil mange more, section 54, दिल मांगे मोर, सेक्शन 54 दिल मांगे मोर, section 54 दिल मांगे मोर, section 54 दिल मांगे more, that is refunds. Okay, so in our last session we have done, there may be chances of two types of refunds. One is due to inverted duty structure, another is due to export. Okay, these are the two major fields. In case of inverted duty structure, the refund, the accumulated balance of input tax credit is due to, because the rate of GST which is applicable on the outward supply is less than the rate of GST which is applicable on the inward supply. So there will be accumulation of the balance in the electronic credit ledger. So it will block the working capital. Hence, government has given you the option that yes, in this scenario, you can file a refund application and claim the refund. Second type of refund, that is in case of export. As in case of export, the same will be treated as zero rated. That means if you are going to make an export, then you need not to pay any taxes. Okay, but the goods which you have bought from your domestic market, your supplier has already charged GST on that. So now the GST which has been charged by your supplier, the same will be credited to your electronic credit ledger, but you are not supposed to pay any output tax on your outward supply, because the same is zero rated. So this is also one reason due to which there may be chances of accumulation of the balance in the electronic credit ledger. And yes, in this scenario, you can file a refund application. Okay, so now today, what we'll do, sir, two scenario refund. Okay, today what we'll do, the practical implication of refund, what documents which is required to file a refund, how we can file the refund smoothly on GST and common portal, what is the procedure of the return, that will cover. Okay, so this is our practical portion. Okay, I request each one of you, sir, you all have the book Advitiya, so I request please go through with the book with the topics. Okay, because I am going to provide you the simplified explanation, and the physical material which has been provided to you, the purpose is only one, to guide you through the law language. Okay, so I request each one of you, please go through with that. Now, section number 54, two types of refunds are there. One is under inverted duty structure. One is, yes, Suresh sir will respond your query. Okay, GTA to GTA. 54 Dil Mange More. Inverted duty, and another one is export. Okay, so first I am just going to repeat the formula. Okay, I know you all are filing the refund applications since last 6 to 7 years. Okay, So I am just going to give you the practical explanation of the refund, the certain things which we need to keep in our mind while filing the refund, the documentation part. Okay. So in case of inverted duty structure, the calculation of refund, that is calculation of maximum amount eligible for refund, is inverted duty turnover divided by adjusted total turnover multiplied by net ITC minus tax payable on inverted duty structure. Okay. If anyone has any confusion regarding the formula, I request just go through with our last session, day number 15. Okay, the same is available. Okay. Also, if you have not received the link, we'll again share the link. Okay, in the group. So, sir, the formula is inverted duty turnover divided by adjusted total turnover multiplied by net ITC minus tax payable on inverted duty structure. The logic of this specific formula is only that government wants that you will be eligible to claim the refund of the proportionate amount. Government wants, yes sir, Gagan sir will explain. Okay, although the same is available in our last session, but I am going to explain it once again. Sir, government wants that you will be eligible to claim the refund only. You will be eligible to claim the refund only in case of inverted duty structure. Okay, but in my business, suppose there may be chances that I am making a supply at the rate of 5% of certain goods. My purchase is 12%, 18%. Okay, there may be chances I have a product which I am going to sell at 12% and the inward supply is also at 12%. So I have both the type of supplies. One is inverted duty structure on which the output tax is 5%, inward is 12 and 18%. And another supply, output tax is 12%, input is also 12%. So that will be called as my normal supply. Okay. Now, I will be eligible to claim the refund on account of inverted duty structure. So government requires certain ratio, proportion. Hence, government said what you need to do, whatever will be your input tax credit which is available or which is you have claimed in your GSTR 3B return, which you have claimed in your GSTR 3B return of the respective period, you just need to multiply it with the inverted duty structure related turnover divided by adjusted total turnover. Adjusted total turnover means your total turnover. Okay, so inverted duty turnover divided by the adjusted total turnover multiplied by the ITC which you have claimed in your GSTR 3B return for the specific period for which you are filing the refund, so that your ITC will automatically distributed in certain proportion. One portion is for inverted duty, another portion is for normal. So normal wala you will not be eligible to claim refund. So it will automatically proportionate calculate the value of the input tax credit. Okay. Now after that, whatever will be your proportion of ITC, you just need to reduce the tax payable on inverted duty structure. That means the turnover which you have declared here, whatever will be the tax which you have paid on account of this inverted duty structure, you just need to reduce this from the proportionate input tax credit, and the remaining amount will be called as your maximum amount eligible for refund. Now sir, in case of refund, sir, certain sections I am going to give very detailed explanation. Okay, because these are completely related to our practical purpose. Now sir, amount eligible for the refund. Now the point is that, sir, I have to calculate this particular maximum amount eligible for refund on monthly basis, on weekly basis, on half yearly basis, on yearly basis. So for your kind information, I am just suggesting you can claim the refund for any amount of time. Okay, within the specified timeline, 2 years from the relevant date that we have already done. So you can claim the refund for half year, for 1 year, for 1.5 years, for 3 months, for 2 months. So what is my suggestion in Excel? Just put this formula and calculate the maximum amount eligible for refund on monthly basis. Then after make the permutation and combination that if you will file a refund for 3 months, then the refund will be on a higher side. If you will file a refund application for 6 months, then your refund will be higher side. Or if you will file a refund for 1 month, then your refund will be higher side. That you have to calculate. Just for an example, suppose April, May, June, 3 months are there. Okay. You have put the formula and calculated the maximum amount eligible for refund. Suppose for this month, the refund eligible is 5 lakh rupees. For this month, you are not eligible for refund. The amount is negative to 2 lakh rupees. And for this month, suppose 3 lakh rupees. Now, in this situation, if you will plan to file the refund application for consolidated 3 months, in that case, you will be eligible for the refund of 6 lakh only. But if you will file the monthly refund, in that case, 5 lakh and 3 lakh, you will get 8 lakh rupees refund. So that permutation and combination you have to decide. As per the best combination, you have to file the refund application. Sir, that we have already done our 15th class regarding the timeline to file the refund application. The timeline is 2 years from the relevant date. Okay. Suppose for April 2024 month, for April 2024 month, I want to file the refund application. In such a scenario, your return filing date for the April 2024 will be 20th of May 2024. From that date, you have to calculate 2 years. Okay, 20th of May 2024 to 25, 26. So 19th of May 2026, you can file the refund application. You can claim the refund for this specific period. That is what is the thing which we need to keep in our mind. Okay, now formula done. Inverted duty turnover divided by adjusted total turnover multiplied by net ITC minus tax payable on inverted duty structure. Okay, now sir, one question was there. What do you mean by this net ITC? Net ITC means suppose you are filing the refund application for a specific quarter. So in that quarter, whatever will be the input tax credit which you have claimed in your GSTR 3B return, that will be called as your net ITC. But one thing which we need to keep in our mind, when we are putting this net ITC figure in your GSTN common portal, the figure will be auto populated as per your GSTR 3B which you have claimed. But you will be eligible to adjust it, edit it. Okay. So now how you should edit it? So for editing purpose, you just need to keep in our mind that when you will claim the maximum amount eligible for refund, your net ITC should be the same which is reflected in your GSTR 2B. That means, suppose you are filing the refund application for April to June quarter. You are filing the refund application for April to June quarter. Okay. In this quarter, you have claimed the input tax credit in your GSTR 3B, suppose 5 lakh rupees. Okay. But in your GSTR 2B, the ITC reflected is 4,50,000 only. First question is that why you have claimed the excess input tax credit? Why you have claimed the excess input tax credit with comparison to GSTR 2B? So reason being, there may be chances that you have claimed the input tax credit in the GSTR 3B return related to previous period. So in such a scenario, you need to keep in your mind the ITC which is reflected in GSTR 2B, you should consider the net ITC for that figure only. So that there may be no issue in future, no litigation in future. Okay, because with the refund application we have to submit certain documentation, certain Excel sheet, certain reconciliation. At that time you will found that the refund will be eligible only and only for the invoices which is reflected in your GSTR 2B. Okay, If your supplier has not paid the taxes and not filed the return for that invoice, you will not be eligible to claim the input tax credit. You will not be eligible to claim the refund. Now, formula done. Okay, special things related to net ITC done. How we can file the refund application on GSTN common portal. Okay, so on GSTN common portal, there will be a tab available that is called as refund. You just need to click on that tab. You just need to file an application for refund. When I am creating these type of things on this PDF sheet, I request each one of you just try to visualize the GSTN common portal. Okay, although we'll share the relevant screenshot for filing the refund application, but now if you have filed the refund earlier, in that case just try to visualize the GSTN common portal. Okay, so application for refund. Now you have to select the reason for refund. Why you are filing the refund application? So in the first instance, you are filing the refund application due to inverted duty structure. You are filing the refund application due to inverted duty structure, so you have to select accordingly. Then after, you have to select the period for which you are filing the refund application. Then after, you have to select the period for which you are filing the refund application. You have selected the period, then your next slide will be there. On the next slide, you have to put the complete calculation of your inverted duty turnover divided by adjusted total turnover multiplied by net ITC. So your maximum amount eligible for refund will automatically there. Okay. Then after, you have to claim the refund according to the amount which is available in your electronic credit ledger. Okay. So next step is your formula. Then after, the final stage is regarding your document submission. What type of documents which is required to be submitted with your application for refund inverted duty structure? So first thing, you are going to apply for the refund. Am I right? You are going to apply for the refund. So one application should be there. On that application, you should mention that under which sections you are filing the refund application. Suppose you are filing the refund under section 54, you have to mention the reference of section. Okay, the period you have to mention the application form, the amount for which you are filing the refund application, also all the attachments which you are going to file with the refund application. The list of the attachments should also be enclosed. So first document is your application. Application should be there. Next, sir, you are filing the refund application and you are taking the amount from the government. So government want an insurance that, sir, suppose if Sachin has claimed any wrong refund or Sachin has provided any fraudulent documentation and claimed the refund, in such a scenario, in future, if we'll found that particular type of default, we can recover that amount with interest, with penalty. And Sachin should provide the acceptance on that. So for that purpose, government demand a undertaking. On that undertaking, we just need to mention that we are filing the refund application knowing all the facts, and the refund application is completely genuine with supporting documentation. Our ITC is completely genuine. And in future, if you found any issue in that, then we'll refund the amount with interest, with penalty. Hence, I am always saying, sir, hence I am always saying that while filing the refund application, you should be very much careful. Suppose due to licensing, departmental authority has passed the refund application in future. If departmental authority has come up with a notice, if departmental authority has come up with the demand, your client will say, Mr. Sachin, you have filed the refund application. Now, why this amount of demand is there? So it will be a very crucial situation. So next is my undertaking. Third, sir, suppose you are filing the refund application for a quarter, for a half year, for a year. In that case, you are filing the refund application. Government says your GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B, the declaration of sales and output tax should be same. That means no difference between GSTR 3B and GSTR 1. So you should provide the reconciliation of GSTR 1 and 3B. You should provide the reconciliation of GSTR 3B and GSTR 1 in Excel month-wise. Suppose you are filing the refund application for April, May, and June. April, GSTR 3B, GSTR 1. June, GSTR 3B, GSTR 1. May, GSTR 3B, GSTR 1. This type of reconciliation you should put. So application undertaking reconciliation of GSTR 3B and GSTR 1. With that, one offline utility which has been downloaded from the GSTN common portal, that should be prepared. And from that offline utility only, your JSON will be generated and the same will be uploaded on the GSTN common portal. Sir, what do you mean by this offline utility, or what data we have to upload on this offline utility? So in case of this offline utility, you have to provide the details related to your output, related to your input. That is invoice number, taxable value, IGST, CGST, SGST. And after putting the data in this offline tool, one JSON will be generated, and that JSON you have to upload on the GSTN common portal. And when you will upload it on the GSTN common portal, it will be automatically reconciling your figures. That means the output details which you have submitted in the offline utility, the same will be reconciled or cross verified with your GSTR 1. And the purchase related details, inward supply related details which you are submitting on this offline utility, the same will be reconciled with your GSTR 2B. And if any issue, in that case the errors will be there and error report will be generated. You just need to rectify all the errors and again you have to submit that report. So first is your application, second is your undertaking, third one is your reconciliation, fourth one is your offline utility, JSON generated, the same will be uploaded on the GSTN common portal. Then after, sir, recently I have made one comment or a clarification that when you are putting the net ITC in the formula, the net ITC is reflecting automatically from your GSTR 3B, the ITC which you have claimed in your GSTR 3B. But suppose if there is any mismatch, in that case you have to edit the net ITC figure and you should put the figure as per the ITC which is reflected in your GSTR 2B. Reason being, government is demanding the complete list of net ITC which you have submitted invoice wise, because net ITC which you are going to put, that net ITC come from a purchase. So invoice wise detail you have to put, and on each and every invoice you have to put a remark that this invoice is available in 2B, available in 2B, available in 2B. And suppose if a particular invoice which is not available in 2B, you have to provide multiple documentation with the departmental authority, and after that also they are not supposed to give you refund for that specific invoice for which no ITC is reflected. And that statement is called as annexure B. In this annexure B, you have to provide the details of the invoices. For your net ITC, you have to put the HSN code, SSC code. You have to put the HSN code, SSC code, Just wait for a single second. Now, annexure B, done. Excel sheet. Sir, I will provide you all the formats as well for annexure B, for application, for undertaking, all the formats I will provide you. Okay. Annexure B. Then after we have to put the copy of GSTR 2B. We have to put the copy of GSTR 2B. Okay. Application undertaking, reconciliation, offline utility, annexure B and GSTR 2B. These are the documents which should be submitted with the refund application, and also we have to submit a CA or CMS certificate. Okay. CA or CMS certificate. Sir, many times what will happen? We are just handling the compliances for our client and filing the return. We are not focusing on refund. But sir, this is a very important task that we have to keep in our mind. And while filing the refund, if we found that our client is falling under the definition of inverted duty structure, then we just need to check that the refund application has been filed or not. Otherwise, we have to suggest our client that yes, you will be eligible for refund, so that it will generate the working capital flow for our client, and it will be additional service from our side and will charge as well. Now, these document you have to put it on the GSTN common portal in PDF format. Signed copy not required. From your Excel, you have to directly generate the PDF file. Okay, so that quality will be very good. Again, your application, in case of inverted duty structure, in case of export, will be assigned to your jurisdictional officer. So you just need to once connect with the jurisdictional officer and take the relevant mail ID from the department. The Excel sheet of annexure B, Excel sheet of offline utility, Excel sheet of GSTR 2B, you should provide to the departmental authorities, so that if they want to make any calculation, the same can be made very easily through the Excel. Okay, because in PDF it will be quite difficult to go for the calculations, but it will be in the Excel form, the calculation can be done very easily. Okay, so that we have to take care. So these are the documentation which we should ready, and the documentation which we should submit on the GSTN common portal and also provide to the departmental authority. After filing the application, the acknowledgement will be generated. You can say the ARN will be generated and the application will be assigned to the jurisdictional officer. Okay. Now jurisdictional officer have two ways. Jurisdictional officer can accept your refund application or can issue the deficiency memo. If they found any major issue in your refund application, they will directly issue the deficiency memo with the note. Okay. One thing which you need to keep in your mind, that sir, after getting the deficiency memo, if you have received, just check the reason of the deficiency memo is clearly mentioned or not. Many times departmental authority is just going to cut, copy and paste the deficiency memo related details. So we just need to check that the reason has been clearly mentioned or not, and the reason is correct or not. Otherwise, it will be a ground for us. In case of deficiency memo, we have to file a fresh application. No rectification will be allowed. If departmental authority has accept your refund application, then after, if departmental authority has found something, then they may issue the show cause notice. You have to respond the show cause notice, and accordingly your refund will be approved. The amount will be credited to your bank account. That is what is the scenario. Okay. Now one question is there, sir. What about the refund in case of input service? Suresh sir, the particular thing which we have already done in our class number 15. Okay. Those who have attended the class number 15, just let me know. We have done the concept of refund in case of input service. Just let me know once. The partial refund we have done. Yes, sir. Anyone, please respond. If we have not done, we can take that point right now. Not an issue. सर आपको याद है क्या हमने किया था क्या रिफंड इन केस ऑफ इनपुट सर्विस? Yes, already done. So I request Suresh sir, can you please go through with the recording of 15th day? Okay. In case of input service, the partial refund is allowed. I am not going to repeat the concept because we have already done. In this case, your partial refund will be allowed, and to calculate the partial refund, what we need to do, we just need to do one thing for the partial refund calculation. Sir, you just need to adjust your inverted duty structure tax payable, multiply it with your input and divided by input service, so that your tax payable on inverted duty structure will automatically reduced, so your refund amount will automatically enhance. So partial refund is allowed in case of input service. Okay sir, recap is there in your brain? Okay sir, thank you. I think many of you have attended the ICTPI convocation ceremony. Sir, how was our session on memory techniques 1 to 50, if anyone has attended the session? Now, next, that is refund in case of export. Refund in case of export, sir, there may be chances of two type of refunds. One is export with payment, export without payment. Okay. Thank you, sir. One more information, sir. Till October, we are doing certain CSR activities. So we are planning 3 physical sessions. Okay, at the specific location. So if you are associated with any association, any tax consultancy group, any study circle, and if you want to organize a session at your place regarding the memory techniques, regarding the litigation handling, regarding the any specific concern related to GST, you can connect with us very freely. Will not charge a single rupee for the physical session, first 3 physical session. Okay, that we have launched today itself. Okay, so I am going to share with you the information. If you know any association, you can connect with them regarding the organization of this session. Okay, I will come and deliberate on the specific issues related to GST. So if you know any association and that association has good members, they want to learn, in that case, yes, you can definitely connect with us. So there are two types of export. One is with payment, another is without payment. Okay. In case of with payment export, that means the taxpayer is once going to pay the GST, then after the same will be automatically credited to the bank account. Okay. That is with payment of export. In that case, you need not to file a refund application. The amount will be automatically credited to your bank account. The next type of refund, that is without payment. That means zero rated. The taxpayer is going to submit a LUT or bond that, sir, I am going to make an export. I will receive the amount in foreign currency. So I am not going to pay a single rupee of tax. So in case of export without payment of tax, the ITC will be there. Am I right? Because export pay, you are not supposed to pay a single rupee of tax. But when you bought the goods from your domestic market, at that time you have already paid the GST. So the same will be credited to your electronic credit ledger. So you have to file a refund application. In last session, we have already done the formula. Sir, with payment we'll discuss once again. First, I just want to complete the without payment. Okay. With payment, we can very easily discuss. Okay. Not an issue. In case of without payment, we have a formula, and the formula is zero rated turnover divided by adjusted total turnover multiplied by net ITC. Again, here your net ITC means the input tax credit which is reflected in your GSTR 2B. Okay, there may be chances in your GSTR 3B auto populated as per net ITC, but the point is that we have to claim the ITC which is reflected in GSTR 2B only. Zero rated turnover divided by adjusted total turnover. So your net ITC will be automatically bifurcated, and your net ITC will automatically proportionate with respect to your zero rated supply, and you can easily file a refund application. Now, this is the formula. Again, you have to calculate it on monthly basis, on half yearly basis, on yearly basis. This is completely depend on you. Okay, 2 year from the relevant date you can file the refund application. Combination आपको decide करना है. You have to decide the combination, that in which combination and scenario you will get the maximum amount of refund that you have to decide. Okay. Now, sir, certain documentation are required to file the refund application. The formula, the mechanism is same. You just need to log into GST and common portal. Under refunds tab, you have to select the reason, and now you will select the reason export without payment of tax. Select the period accordingly. The next slide will be there. You have to put the formula: zero rated turnover, adjusted total turnover, net ITC. Your maximum amount of eligible refund will be there. Okay. And then after, you have to select the bank account and submit the all supporting documentation. Now question is that what type of documentation are required? So first documentation, which is your application, same format, no change. Sir, in 30 to 40% cases, departmental authority is going to raise the concern due to certain issues with your format, with the documents which you have submitted. So I request, when you are going to file a refund application, your documentation should be very much perfect. So application, undertaking is same, that if we have claim any wrong refund, in that case we'll pay with interest with penalty. Okay. So application, undertaking. Then after, you have to provide the reconciliation of GSTR 3B and GSTR 1. There should be no difference between 3B and 1. So you have to put the reconciliation between GSTR 3B and GSTR 1. Then after, you have to put the annexure B. Yes, because sir, you are claiming the refund of the input tax credit only. So how government is going to check the genuineness of your input tax credit? Through your GSTR 2B only. So they are saying that you have to provide the annexure B. That is reconciliation with your GSTR to be. Then offline utility. In this type of offline utility, sir, in this type of offline utility, you need to provide the details related to your outward supply export. You have to put the shipping bill number, you have to put the port code, you have to put the specific shipping bill date, invoice value that you need to put. Now, one thing, when you are filing the refund application on account of export without payment of tax, so we know that refund will only be eligible if you have made the payment and the goods has already been delivered. So in that case, you have to check from IC portal. If you will check the shipping bill details on IC portal, on the IC portal, you have to put the port code, the shipping bill number, the shipping bill date. The complete details will be there. The export journal manifesto number will also be generated and date will also be generated, and that EGM detail you have to put in your GSTR, in your refund application, in this offline utility. So I request each one of you, when you are filing the refund application on account of export, just ensure that the outward supply should be reconciled with your IC portal, and if a single invoice which is not verified with the IC portal, you will not be eligible to claim the refund for that invoice. There may be certain mismatch. Also ensure the invoice number which you have uploaded in your GSTR 1 return, the invoice date which you have uploaded in your GSTR 1 return, the same should match with the date and invoice number which is available on your shipping bill number. This is a 3-page documentation in which you will find the shipping bill number, shipping bill date. So ensure that your invoice date and invoice number should reconcile with the details which you have submitted on the GSTN common portal. There should not be a single mismatch. Otherwise, departmental authority will raise concern regarding your refund application. So we should be very much careful from that aspect. So in case of refund on account of export without payment of tax, one additional point is there. That is, you have to check the outward supply related details with your IC portal. Just verify from that particular portal. Then after you should file the refund application. That is what is the thing. Also, CS certificate is required. And in case of export, one additional declaration is also required. Sir, what type of declaration is required? Government is saying, Mr. Sachin, as you are making the export and filing the refund application, so we require one more declaration from you. And in that declaration, you just need to put the fact that the goods which you have exported, the price which you have charged is not more than 1.5 times of the domestic price. Okay. Sir, if your refund application is up to 2.5 lakh rupees, no CS certificate is required. But in case your refund amount exceed the same, in that case, yes, there is requirement of CS certificate. Now, in that declaration, in case of export, okay, this declaration is especially required in case of export only. So in case of this particular type of declaration, you have to declare that the goods which I am going to make the export, the price which I have charged is not more than 1.5 times of the domestic price, because government also needs to maintain the price regulations. Okay, so 1.5 times. Again, same, after filing the documentation, departmental authority may accept, may deficiency memo. In case of deficiency memo, fresh refund application should be filed. In case of accept, yes, show cause notice can be issued or your refund can be directly approved. That is what is the mechanism which is there in case of refund. And yes, the annexure B, the offline utility, you should provide the departmental authority in Excel as well, so that if they require any calculation, they can do it. Okay. Now, export with payment of tax. What do you mean by this? Export with payment of tax means, suppose I have made a tax export and I am saying that I will pay the tax. I will pay the tax on that export. But export is zero rated, okay? Export is zero rated, no tax should be charged. So government is saying once once you have to pay the tax, once you have to pay the tax, will pay you the refund. And this refund is automatically credited to your bank account. When you will make the export, your data will be reconciled with your IC Get portal. That is, your shipping bill is okay, your invoice date is okay, invoice number is okay, the taxable value which you have declared in your GSTR 3B return, the tax amount which you have declared in your GSTR 3B return, reconciled with the details which is submitted on the custom portal. In that case, within 7 working days from the filing of return, your refund will be credited to your bank account. No need of any physical application, no need of any digital application on GST and common portal separately. Just wait for a single second. So export with payment of tax, your amount will be automatically credited to your bank account. Okay. So in our today's session, we have done the discussion on 3 topics. One is export refund without payment. Another is export with payment. Third one is refund in case of inverted duty structure, the formula, the documentation, the things which we need to keep in our mind, and how we need to submit the documentation on GST and common portal, the process flow, and the specific requirement to mail the documentation to the departmental authority. Sir, all the 3 things are clear for everyone? Just let me know once in the chat box. Sir, CA certificate is required under rule number 89 of CGST rules. Just check it once. Sir, Gurmeet sir, the purpose for the limitation will be the relevant date from 2 years, and the date will be earlier only. Okay, because the period is same. So in our today's session, we have done our discussion on the refunds. In our next session, we are going to start our discussion on a very interesting topic, that is audit and assessment under GST from section number 59 till section number 65. We'll discuss in our tomorrow session, and our tomorrow session will going to be very interesting, very special, practical oriented, litigation oriented. So please be there in our tomorrow's session and try to join the live session. Those who are joined the recorded session, I request you all, please try to join the live session. Again, I inform you all, if you know any association, any study circle, and if they want any physical session, 3 sessions we are planning till October. So if they require any physical session or planning for any physical session, then just connect with us, we'll plan it. Okay. Suresh sir, that GTA topic 12% or exempted, what we'll do? We'll take it in our next session, okay? Because I just need to include something more related to GTA. Also, I request each one of you, every Saturday we have a session from 5 to 6 p.m. So in the coming Saturday, that is 6th, we have a session on multimodal transportation GTA. Yesterday also we have released one short video on that, and we have a 1-hour detailed session on multimodal transportation in GTA. I request, please join that session. That will be very interesting, very special session every Saturday, 5 to 6 p.m. The schedule for this month has already been released on our website. We'll also share in the group. Thank you once again for joining the session. Thank you for learning with us. Tomorrow we'll meet sharp at 7 p.m. So I request each one of you, please try to join 7 p.m. sharp. Those joining the recorded session, please try to join the live session. Thank you once again. Bye bye. Good night. Take care, sir.